Hello there, Anthony Aries here, and today I'm going to show you how to leverage videos for fame and fortune just like I did. Now, if you look at the top of this slide, you're going to see the logo for the Warrior Live event, and that's the first time that I ever made this presentation. It's actually the first time I've ever spoken publicly in front of a group of over 300 people, and I got to tell you, it was nerve-wracking. But the presentation was a huge success. I got a standing ovation. People really loved it. They loved the information that I shared with them, and I told them and revealed 6 ways that they can use videos for fame and fortune just like I did. And today, that's what I'm going to do with you. I'm going to share with you those 6 ways. Now, in this picture, that's me to the left, and in the middle is the billionaire Mark Cuban, who owns the Dallas Mavericks, and to the right of him is my good friend and partner in an offline business, and his name is Kevin Schneider. And we had the opportunity of hanging out with Mark Cuban, and we got to watch Shark Tank right next to him. It was an amazing evening, and there's a whole story behind that, and I'll get into that later on in the presentation. So let's get started. One of the things that I totally live by in my business is I'm constantly stepping out of my comfort zone. And it's really challenging to do. It's not easy, but you must do it. Because when you step out of your comfort zone, you're going to discover that's when you're really growing as a person, and you're also growing in success. And what you'll come to realize is that boldness is rewarded. Okay? And the mindset that you need to have is that there are no failures. There are only lessons. Now, stepping out of your comfort zone is going to give you success like you have never experienced before, because you're pushing the limits, you're pushing the boundaries. And what you'll come to realize, if you haven't already, is that success is a mindset more than anything else. If you were sitting in a room with a bunch of other people learning a technique or a strategy, everybody is going to interpret that technique or strategy differently because of the way that their minds work. And you'll find that maybe one person in that class really understood the strategy, really implemented it, and really took it to the limit and will have massive success. Whereas a lot of people in the same room won't have near that success because of the way that they interpreted it and the way that they, the way that their mindset works. So what you'll come to understand is a lot of the success that's going on with people around you is because of stuff that's going on in between their head. And if you step out of your comfort zone, you'll realize that that's what most of these successful people are doing. They're stepping out of their comfort zone. And today, I'm going to prove it to you. You'll see how simple YouTube videos have made me a small fortune and have brought unexpected fame into my life. You're going to see my real life timeline with videos, and you're also going to discover that a negative equals a positive. See, in everything that happens that's negative, there's an opposite reaction to that. There's something positive within that negative circumstance. And I'm going to show and prove that to you today in this little presentation. Now, turning a negative into a positive, right? A lot of times something negative will happen to people in their lives, and they will go into a funk, and they will not push through, and they will not see the positive light. And I've experienced a lot of negative stuff in my life. I've lost millions in real estate. I used to be a real estate broker prior to getting into internet marketing full time. And how I had my success with real estate was I discovered SEO in 2002, and I implemented that in my real estate business and had massive success. I had over 37 real estate websites, and they were all ranking in the top 5 for Boston real estate keywords. And once I figured out how to do that, we generated a boatload of leads from my real estate brokerage, and I had massive success in real estate. And you'll find that I lost millions in real estate. I went into a total state of flux, and I was then able to reinvent myself because of all the negative things that happened to me. I saw the positivity. I saw how I could turn that negativity into an opportunity. And that's exactly what I did. The REO kit was born in July 2007. This was my very first information product. This is it right here. And because I lost millions in real estate, I had gone through the process of foreclosure with a lot of my properties. And while going through that process, I learned a lot about foreclosures. And I realized that I wasn't the only realtor going through this problem or real estate broker going through this problem. I realized that there were a lot of real estate brokers out there that were going through this problem, and that they did not know how to react to the market. And I also understood while going through this process that there was going to be millions of foreclosures coming, and I saw a huge opportunity. So out of something negative, like losing my houses, my properties, losing, going through foreclosure, losing millions of dollars, I saw opportunity. And I realized that other realtors didn't know how to capitalize on what was happening. And to give you a quick explanation of what the REO kit is, it's when a bank forecloses on a house, they need to resell that house and put it back on the market. They also need to figure out what the value of that house is, and it's called a BPO when a bank does that, a broker price opinion. Now, a broker price opinion is far less than an appraisal. A certified appraisal costs twice the price. So banks hire real estate agents to do BPOs. And a BPO can range anywhere from $75 to $150, whereas an appraisal could be $150 to $300. And so the bank can cut their costs in half, and they'll pay a realtor to do it. Now, this is a great way for a realtor to make some extra cash, a real estate broker to make some extra cash to do BPOs for the banks. Well, when they're doing these BPOs for the banks, they can become registered as an REO vendor, and that will allow them to get in with the banks and help the banks sell their properties. So instead of a real estate broker having a regular person who owns a home as their customer, the bank would now be their customer. And the REO kit showed other real estate brokers how to do that. So it was a huge opportunity for real estate brokers, because in 2007 is when the market started to collapse. There's millions of foreclosures coming on the market, and no one was teaching how to do this. And so, because I was going through the process, I understood how to do it. I researched how to do it. I documented it, and I created my very first information product. Now, I didn't know that it was going to be a huge success, but it did. It ended up becoming the #1 product on ClickBank for the REO keyword. So if you were to go into ClickBank, into the marketplace, and you wanted to promote the REO kit, and you typed in REO, it will be the #1 product on ClickBank. It should still be there today. I have gone on to sell the REO kit. I did very well. I can't disclose the amount, but it worked out really good for both of us. And the gentleman who bought it was my #1 student, who actually crushed it using my course and has done really well with it, and decided he wanted to buy it and take it to the next level. What was great about the REO kit was that it schooled me. It was like going back to school. I was able to understand what information marketing was, because I'd never learned that. The only internet marketing I'd been doing was driving leads to my real estate brokerages through search engine optimization. But I had no idea about the psychology of, getting someone to buy an information product. There's a certain psychology behind that. I did not understand that. I did not know how to build a list. I was building a list for people looking to buy homes, but I did not communicate with those people. I didn't know how to do it. Whenever there was a new house that met their criteria, we had a system that would send them an email alert, and it would just say, this house has just launched and has just been listed, and it meets your criteria. That's it. There was no relationship building in my list. I didn't know how to do any of that. And so, the difference between getting someone to fill out a form to look for a house and getting them to take out their credit card and buy a product is huge. It's huge, and I didn't understand how to do that. So what was great about the REO kit was I spent from July of 2007 until I got on the Warrior Forum until May of 2011 implementing a lot of internet marketing strategies into the REO kit. I learned how to write sales copy. I learned how to build my list. I learned how to get JV partners. These were all things that were very important for me and having my success today. Things were going great with the REO kit. I was hooked. I wanted more sales, more revenue, more leads. I started implementing pay-per-click, which I had learned how to do because of my real estate brokerage. I was able to get, at the time, again, remember, nobody was teaching it. I was able to get the REO kit churning out 150 to 200 leads coming in to my funnel every day. People were opting into my list to get free information about how to do REOs and short sales. And so when I was doing that, I started build my list in 2007, and as people were coming into my funnel, the only way that they were getting my information was through email. They had seen pictures of me, obviously, by searching around the internet and what was on my website, but they had never seen a video of me. I'd never made a video. So the whole time from from July 2007 until July 2008, which was about a year, the only thing that my gang, my list, the only thing they ever got was emails from me. That's it. They never saw me on video. So at the time while I was getting schooled in internet marketing with the REO kit, 2007, 2008, I started tuning into the internet greats. Frank Kern, John Reese, Jeff Walker, Mike Filsame, Jeff Johnson, all those guys. I invested in all of their courses. I spent tens of thousands of dollars. I consumed their information. I took notes on it. I implemented it. But I was really, of all the guys, I was really into Frank Kern and John Reese at that time. Those were two guys I really dug, and I really liked them. And at the time, they were really pushing the concept of being transparent with your group of people. Like, the more you let them into your life, the more transparent you are with you, the more they're going to realize you're a real person, and the more they're going to bond with you. And so I started to do that in my email writing, but I still hadn't created any videos. And they had sent out an email, and they had said that, listen, the best way to be really transparent with your gang is by creating a video and letting them into your, letting them in and showing them who you are and introducing yourself on video. Because when they see that, they're going to make a connection with you that you just can't make with email. And so at the time, Frank was talking about this case study that he had done in his Mass Control monthly series, and it was called the Follow Me Case Study. And it had to do with this guy right here, Neil Strauss, who's a best-selling author, who wrote a book called The Game. And The Game is about pickup artists. This is called the Follow Me Technique. What these pickup artists do is when they meet a girl in a bar, they meet her in a section of the bar, and then they tell her, hey, listen, let's go down over here to this end of the bar, and let's grab a drink over here. And then the girl would follow them there. And then, they'd have a drink there, and then he would say, okay, let's go hang out over here in this corner of the bar. And then if she followed him to that corner of the bar, basically, she's following him all over the bar. Basically, it would be only a matter of time before she followed him home. And so Kern had used this technique with a video, and he had used this on one of his launches. It was in the Mass Control launch, and he used it in the Mass Control launch. But then when you became a customer, he revealed the results of this technique and how it worked. So I got to see firsthand because I was a customer. And when he used this technique it was called Naked Dudes in Volleyball, was the subject line to the email. I'll never forget it because I opened it and I was just like, good gravy, naked dudes in volleyball. And then I thought to myself after I opened the email, why do I want to see naked dudes in volleyball? It was kind of weird. And so if you were to Google naked dudes in volleyball, you will see this actual video and you will understand the concept of what is going on here after I explain it to you. And what he's done is he starts the video outside of his car, invites you into his car, and then you go in his car and you go along for a ride, and he's telling you that he's going to take you to this spot where he saw naked dudes playing volleyball. And so, we were all curious. I wasn't the only one because this campaign ended up being a huge success. We were all curious to see what was going to be the end result. Were we going to end up seeing naked dudes with volleyball? So we followed Frank to the beach. So we get there, and bummer, there was no boobies, there was no dudes, there was no naked dudes with volleyball. Not that I wanted to see any naked dudes with volleyball. But we get there, We get to the spot, and notice in the background, what he did was he wanted to give us a crazy reason to go on a ride, which was the naked dudes in volleyball. But what he really wanted to do was take us to the beach, right? And the reason he did that was because he wanted to put everybody watching the video, he wanted to frame them and put them in a place where they wanted to be, which everybody wants to retire to the beach, right? It's like almost everybody's dream. A lot of people want to they think of the beach as a place of relaxation and a place where they want to retire. And so this is what he was doing. He was putting us there and saying that, hey, listen, if you get mass control and you implement mass control, you're going to end up retiring on the beach. This is where he made his pitch to buy mass control. So he before this day, he had sent a bunch of other videos out to get people excited and pre-launching mass control. But then this was the video where he made the pitch. So he explained in the case study that the amount of success that he had with this video, and talked about the follow me technique and all of that. So he had made millions from this campaign, and he had claimed that this video was the one that sealed the deal and made him all of his money with his big mass control launch. So I thought to myself, man, there's really something in this video stuff. However, I was scared. I was freaking out. Yes, that is a picture of me on the left. I did have that crazy beard and crazy hairdo. But I was scared about what I was going to say. I got to get on video, and the things that were going on in my mind is, what am I going to say? What am I going to wear? I was worried about what was behind me. Like when you're filming the video camera. Well, what about what's behind me? Everybody looks there, And I had all these things racing through my mind. I'm sure you're familiar with this. It's all the crazy, weird things that go on in our head that keep us from taking action. Well, that's what was happening to me too. So I decided that I was just going to do what Frank did. I was just going to copy and paste his idea. I was going to do a follow me technique on video camera, and I was going to send it out to my list and see what would happen. So this was the very first video that I made, and it's still on YouTube, and you can Google "looking like hell" YouTube Anthony Aries, and it'll come up. And what you'll see when you watch this video is, first of all, I thought I looked like hell, but I really didn't. You'll see what I mean by the time we get to the end of this presentation. I was freaking out. I thought I looked like hell. And we had just moved into this house in Naples. It was Heather's parents' house that it had come up. My dad had just passed away, and at the time we were living in Miami, and there was a lot of crazy stuff that happened with our apartment building. It kept flooding. It was on the water, on the ocean, and there kept being flooding issues with pipes bursting and stuff, and we just needed to get out of there. My dad passed away. It was just a terrible time. And her parents had this house come up in Naples, and we had just moved in. And I thought to myself, this is the most vulnerable I'm in right now, the most vulnerable state I'm in. And I said, this is a great time to just let people in, and I don't really care what happens. At this point, I knew I had to do it. I was just scared to death, and I was at a point where it was like shit or get off the pot. I knew I needed to do it. I knew it was going to help my business, so I did it. And I shot the video. I brought people into my home. I showed them the house. It was a disaster because we were just moving in, and I brought them in every room of the house, talked a little bit about some stuff, and you can watch the video. It's about 8 minutes, and at the end of the video, I had created this short report. And in the video, I asked people, hey, listen, I would really appreciate your feedback on this report that I just created, and I'm going to be selling it for $27, but you can have it for free. All I need for you to do is give me some feedback. And so I sent this video out with a link to the report. Mind you, the report was a great report. It had information on how they could get started doing broker price opinions for the banks and start making money right away. However, the report did go on to sell my big REO kit. And so after reading the report, if they felt like it was something they wanted to do and they wanted to learn more about it, they would buy the REO kit. And so that's exactly what happened. I sent this video out. I sent a link to the PDF, and this was during the 4th of July weekend. If you look at the date of the video there, July 2nd, 2008. So I sent this video out, and we went on to make over $16,000 in sales that week. And I was completely blown away because I had never made that much money on a campaign. And the reason why is because that was the first time people ever saw me on video. They finally saw that I was a real person. They didn't think I was like some guy trying to scam them. I obviously bonded with them. They felt that they could do business with me. They trusted me. I brought them into my home, and we did unbelievable. We crushed it. This is the first time I ever made that much money online in such a short amount of time, selling an information product. So if you think I look like hell over here, now this is July 2nd, 2008. Now look at the date on this one, November 20th, 2010. I'm actually naked in front of a video camera weighing myself in after achieving my weight loss goal. So as you can see, when you step out of your comfort zone, you go from this to this. And by doing that, I am no longer afraid I will get in front of the camera naked if I have to. So just know anything is possible once you start taking little actions. Now, as you watch this and you start thinking to yourself, man, I'm not willing to do all the crazy things that Anthony has done. Don't worry about what I've done. You just need to start taking steps towards what you want to achieve. It doesn't have to happen overnight. Now, keep in mind, it took me 2 years to get from here to here, to have the nuts to do that, okay? So it doesn't happen overnight. It's little baby steps that gets you to where you want to go, okay? So after having this success with videos and stuff, what do you think I did next? I made more videos. I made tons of videos for the REO kit. Every promotion I'd pretty much done after that had a video involved in it. And if you come over here, you'll see this at the bottom right-hand side. There's a video there that says broker price opinion, one-time offer. I used to sit at the pool in Naples and practice making my videos over. And, I would just, shoot out a video for a lot of, when I would do a promotion, I would shoot out a video, or if I wanted to give value to my list and teach them something, I would make it on video. And the trust factor just went through the roof. And the business exploded. We were humming along. 2008 to 2010 were like my best years with the REO kit. It became a six-figure business. We were doing over a couple $100,000 in revenue a year. It was unbelievable. Things were great. And it seems to be a common theme in my life: when things are going great, disaster strikes. And that's exactly what happened. In March of 2010, we were getting a lot of our leads from Google AdWords, from pay-per-click. I was getting 150 to 200 leads a day. I come to my computer, I open my email, and there's an email in there from Google that says, "You've been banned from the AdWords network." Again, this also seems to be a common theme in my life. I've been banned from PayPal, I've been banned from Google, I've been banned from Twitter. And, when these things happen, you just have to improvise, overcome, adapt, and push through. And it was a really tough time for me because all of our traffic came from Google. When I got that email, and it was really shitty because at the time what happened was Google just decided they didn't want people driving, they didn't want squeeze pages. They didn't want people doing pay-per-click to squeeze pages. And without fair warning, they just basically banned my account. And also because I did a lot of affiliate marketing too. And at that time, in March of 2010, Google banned up to 20,000 people from the AdWords pay-per-click network. So it wasn't just like they were singling me out. It was 20,000 plus affiliate marketers got banned from Google. So it was really a terrible time because all of my traffic came from Google, and I really had no idea, what the hell am I going to do now? I mean, all my traffic is coming from Google. I really had no clue what to do next. I mean, I was on a ledge, and it took Heather like a couple of weeks to talk me off the ledge because I really didn't know what we were going to do. So what I decided to do was, I had gotten good at making videos, and what we were doing was we started promoting launches because we had this huge real estate list and of real estate brokers. So what we started to do is to promote launches in the real estate niche. And what I started to do was, since I was comfortable now in front of the camera and I had no problem with this big old beard of mine getting in front of the camera, I started making videos about real estate products that were launching. And so I interviewed this is the first video that I did this for. So this is the idea came from this particular launch that I promoted called Bulk REO Trader. And what happened was I interviewed this guy, Kenny Rushing, who's a phenomenal real estate tycoon, and he's got a great story. Used to be a crack dealer, this guy, and he got arrested and got out of jail and totally rehabilitated and changed his life and got into real estate investing and became a massive real estate mogul. And he was launching this product, and so I wanted to interview him and get this video out to the masses. So I shot this video and uploaded it to YouTube. I optimized the video with some keywords on it. I uploaded it to YouTube, and literally within a few hours of me uploading the video to YouTube, it had shot to the top of the search engine results pages. And the keywords that I was targeting were keywords that when you're promoting a launch you go after, which is the name of the product. So the name of the product was Bulk REO Trader. Then you want to target the name of the product and review, so Bulk REO Trader Review, and then you want to target the name of the product and bonus, because those are the keywords that people search during a product launch. And so I targeted those 3 keywords, and wouldn't you know, my videos shot to the top rather quickly. So above my video there, you see BulkREOTraderReviews.com. That's Mr. Derek Pierce's site, my good friend, and this is when we became good friends. I mean, Derek used to just dominate the whole front page of the search results for all the launches. He would have like the number 1 spot, the number 3 spot, the number 4 spot. And the only way that I could compete with Derek was by starting to do these videos. So, but this all happened by accident. I had no idea that this would happen, because when I was doing the REO kit, I could never get a video to rank because I didn't really know what I was doing, and the keywords were were not really developed yet, and it was just hard to do. I just couldn't get it to rank like I could with these launches, and so I didn't really do any work to them. And there you go. So there's the main product, Bulk REO Trader. Those are both of my videos right there. And then if you do Bulk REO Trader Bonus, that's another one of my videos. And these videos are still there, so there's longevity in doing this. And then if you do Bulk REO Trader Review, those are both of my videos as well. So as you can see, there's a ton of power with videos, and I realized that there's something here. There's something to this, and so this helped me get my mind off of me losing my butt with AdWords and started focusing on this stuff, creating videos for launches. The bummer is that launch bombed, right? So this is a huge negative. I put all this work into that launch, and it totally bombed. It did not sell. However, I was able to generate over 900 leads from those videos. If you look over here, this video has freereohouse.com. So what I did was I drove people to that domain name, and at the time that was a squeeze page. So we were able to generate 900 leads, which was great. We generated over 1,000 clicks to the launch. So I knew that the traffic was there. I did my job. The problem was the product creator didn't have a good offer, and it just didn't convert for me. And that's something I've realized too. It's taken me a while to figure that out in internet marketing, that the offer is very important. So if you're an affiliate marketer or you're a product creator, focus on creating a good offer. It's very, very, very important. The good news is I witnessed the power of using videos on Google search results, which ended up being a huge aha moment for me. I started to realize how powerful this was. And so then what I started doing after that was I started doing YouTube videos for ClickBank products. Sure and behold, the videos started to rank for ClickBank products, which then led me to document how I did that. And then that led me to create my very first WSO called TubeRanker. And it really was incredible, because I did not want to launch this WSO. I was scared to death of doing it, and I took action on it because Tim Atkinson was someone I was following at the time, and Tim Atkinson, inspired me to launch this as a WSO, and I did, and we ended up doing unbelievable. in 48 hours, we did 589 sales, and I brought in $9,943. And I'm going to tell you something right now. I was down to the wire, and I was not going to do this. I was not going to launch the tube ranker WSO because I was so concerned about what people were going to say on the thread. I was scared about the feedback. I was scared about, people that had way more internet marketing experience than me bashing me and saying this is an old technique or we already know this, and all these crazy things are going on in my mind. What happened was my back was up against the corner. We had just paid our bills, and we have a nice lifestyle. Our bills are up there. They're about $6,000 to $7,000 a month, and I just paid all my bills, so we were low on cash, and I didn't have another affiliate check coming in for a couple of weeks. Heather was flying off to Vegas the next morning before I launched this. The day I launched it is when she flew out to Vegas on May 13th. She flew out in the morning to Vegas, and she was going to meet her friends for a bachelorette party, and she still had to settle up for the hotel room, and we had no cash. We had like $50, $60 in our bank account. I remembered I was freaking out. My back was up against the wall. Literally, my gun was to my head, and I learned that from great copywriter John Carlton. He calls it gun to the head marketing. And what would you do if someone put a gun to your head and said, you got to give me $30,000 and you've got 48 hours to do it or I'm going to kill you? Most of the time, people will come up with that money. And that's exactly what happened here. My back was up against the wall, and I wasn't going to launch Tube Ranker, but I did. I launched it, and I was shocked. I had never done that many units in sales. Now, I had done a lot. I've done $16,000 selling the REO kit that time that I told you with videos, but I didn't sell 589 units. This was the first time I'd ever sold that many units of something in a 48-hour period. So I was blown away by that. So what do you think I did next? I created more WSOs. The next one that I created was called Tube Top Gun. And it was another WSO on videos. And this was one of my favorite ones because I figured out a way to get this video up to the first page of Google within 5 hours, and that video has made me a significant amount of monthly income that comes in every single month. So I documented what I did, how I did it, and then I sold that as another WSO. And that was the first WSO that I got WSO of the day. So I was really excited about that. And I love that WSO because this WSO teaches people how to get, in addition to ranking the video, more importantly, it teaches people how to get in front of a video camera and some of the techniques that I've used to become comfortable in front of video, and the 3 Tube Top Gun tactics that all of your videos must have so that you can have success with your video campaigns. Because you can't just make a video, there's a formula to it. There's 3 very important ingredients that go into making a video, and if your videos are missing that, then you're not going to have success with video marketing. I then went on to create massive passive videos with Chris Winters, who's a phenomenal marketer. I've never in my life met someone who can market like this guy, and he's been a great friend, a great partner, and I was supposed to be his mentor. It's actually the roles have been reversed. He's actually been a great mentor to me because of all the challenges he's had in his life and how he's overcome them. So I love this guy, and I'm really grateful for having created this product with him. And this product was my biggest success so far to date. Even after this product, I still have not been able to duplicate the success that I've had with this product. And massive passive videos brought in $180,000 gross income. It was just unbelievable. And over here is all my WSOs combined, and we did $173,272 gross in gross income from our WSOs, which is unbelievable because this has happened in just a little over a year. It's actually more now than the last time I did this screenshot. This screenshot was at the Warrior event, which was back in March. So it hadn't even been a year yet, and we had done that much income just by launching WSOs. This doesn't even include promoting other WSOs and promoting webinars or any of that stuff. This is just WSOs. So, totally stepped out of my comfort zone. I was in a bad situation with cash. I had to do something. I took action. I stepped out of my comfort zone, and it led me down this path, which is incredible. So as you can see, videos are very, very powerful. But wait, there's more. Now, here's how I've used videos to become an authority in the WSO marketplace. What I started doing was, I don't think a lot of people did this at the time. I could be wrong, but I didn't see a lot of people doing video reviews. So my good friend Brad Spencer and Russ Ruffino had launched a product after the Warrior 2011 event, and I had just met the guys. I actually had dinner with Russ Ruffino, an amazing guy, and I got to know him and his girlfriend, and I got to hang out with Brad Spencer at the event, and we've become great friends since then. And they had launched this product together, and it was a great product about product creation. And so what I did was I shot a video saying how much I love their product and how great it was and how awesome Russ and Brad were. So I put that video up there, and Brad and Russ were so amazed and impressed that I did that. The reaction that I got from them was kind of shocking, and I realized, whoa, I should start doing this more often. And so I started doing this. I started doing these little video reviews on WSOs that I had invested in. And next thing you know, my videos are everywhere. Next thing you know, all these authority figures in the Warrior Forum are like, who's this Anthony Arias guy? And they started to look at me as a peer because I had the guts to get on a video camera and review their product like this. And essentially what started to happen was, within the community, my authority just started to go up. Authority is very important. Once you have authority, you can start to sell stuff. And, authority is a very important thing. So I'm going to talk a little bit more about authority when we get to the end of this presentation and how you can build authority. And if you're not doing it, you need to start doing it in your niche. Even if you're an affiliate marketer and you are in a niche, you need to start positioning yourself as that authority because it will be effortless for you to sell more and make more. And so by doing these review videos, I started to become an authority within the marketplace because the other authority figures saw me as their peer because I was making all these review videos. I've also used videos to build JV relationships. The first time I made a review video was for Chris Munch. And after I did that for him, I realized, you know what, I should do this for all the people that I have promoted WSOs for. So what I did was, before I launched Massive Passive Videos, I made a video for everybody who I had promoted saying that, hey, listen, if you're on the fence about promoting Brad Spencer, get off the fence and promote Brad now. I've had an opportunity to promote his products, and I've done really well with them. My customers have enjoyed them. And if you're thinking about promoting him, you need to do the same thing. You got to get off the fence and start promoting Brad Spencer now. You'll be happy you did. Your customers are going to love it, and you're going to make a lot of money and promote Brad today. And I made like over 50 of those videos, and I sent them out to all my JV partners, and I immediately bonded with them, and they just loved me for doing it. Now here's the thing, I never in that video asked them to promote Massive Passive Videos. What I did in that video was I gave them a gift. I gave them a testimonial without them ever asking me for it. Once I did that, I immediately became an authority figure in the marketplace amongst all my peers, even more so than before. At this point, they're like, this guy is so cool. He is giving without ever asking for anything in return. As you can see, this is just an example of all the videos. I did way more than this, but this is just an example of how many videos we did. We did for Stephen Gilbert, Dr. Ben Atkins, Daniel Tan, Russ Ruffino, Justin Popovic, Ryan Shaw. So, as you can see, videos are very, very powerful for building, your authority in a marketplace. So, here's another thing we've used videos for, to collect mobile phone numbers. And this idea came to me from my partner and good friend, Kevin Schneider. We launched a video, this is our video, called Foster the People, Pumped Up Kicks Remix. And the strategy here was to piggyback off of a famous song. And I don't think we have it here. The song Pumped Up Kicks from Foster the People was really taking off at the time. And this is back in, it was like September of 2011. And we decided to create a remix of that song and just piggyback off of it. And so we got a local artist to do it, local hip-hop artist, and this guy was looking for exposure, so we didn't have to pay him anything. He shot the video. We had somebody from Full Sail University shoot the video. Again, they were looking for some exposure too, so we didn't really have to pay them anything. They shot the video, and then what we did was we were able to create this script that when people texted us to get the ringtone, we would then collect their cell phone numbers. And right now, cell phone numbers are really hot. They're better than an email address. So we were able to use videos to collect hundreds of cell phone numbers. Now, this video has gone on to do over 200,000 views. This is the video that I've made that has the most views of any video ever. So another great strategy if you're looking for something, you know, if you want to become an authority, and let's say you're in the music business and you want to get noticed, piggyback off of songs that are taking off. And like I said, we've gone on to collect, it's actually over 2,000 phone numbers from this video. Now, here's another way that we use videos to get the attention of a big record label called Young Money. And if you Google Young Money, it's a pretty big keyword. It gets over 300,000 searches a month. So my partner Kevin Schneider had made this video down at the bottom that you see circled. And I was sitting there collecting dust on his hard drive, and he said to me, "Hey man, can you get this video to rank for the keyword Young Money?" And I said, "Yeah man, it shouldn't be a problem, and let's do it." So I did. I got the video. I optimized it, and I worked my magic on it, and I got it to come up for the keyword Young Money. Well, Young Money is a pretty big label. It's owned by a guy named Lil Wayne and another guy named Bird Dog. I think it's Bird Dog. I don't even know if it's Birdman, Bird Dog. It could be bird shit for all I know. And no disrespect to you, Bird Dog. Or Birdman. It's just that I'm not into the hip hop thing. I don't follow it. I don't know what any of these guys' names are, but I guess he owns the group, and he brought Lil Wayne in, and so these guys are, you know, killing it in the hip hop scene. They've got all these big artists, Drake and Nicki Minaj, and so they've got this young up and comer named Short Dog, and that was his video, and we got the video up to the top of the first page for that keyword. Well, if you look over there, the video is still there, and if you go and look at Kevin Schneider's channel, there's a video on there of the two of us explaining these case studies and what we did. Well, by doing that, we got on the first page, we got their attention, which was awesome, and this is actually the Kevin's channel, Mr. Kevin Schneider, and that's the video of us right there talking about, you know, how we did this with the Short Dog video. But doing this was great because what it did was we got Young Money's attention, and what's happened is Kevin has gone on and created an iPhone game with Short Dog, and it's called Drankenstein Riding Fresh, and it's some really innovative stuff. Kevin's an innovative guy, and he comes up with unbelievable ideas, and so he came up with this amazing little game. It's a car game, and it plays the Young Money music or Short Dog's hits on there. And people get so many of them for free, but then they can upgrade for 99 cents and get more songs. And as they're driving the car, they got music going on. Really crazy stuff. So, you know, Kevin is now handling all of this stuff. This is unbelievable. He's gone off and he's dealing with Short Dog, and they're trying to make more games for Young Money, and all kinds of great things happening just from that video. And this is just me being silly, I guess. We were at this is our Halloween party. We throw a crazy Halloween party every year, and that's me in the middle, and that's Heather on the right, and our good friend Danielle on the left. And you know, we video a lot of our stuff, and we've used our videos from our parties to send to people, you know, in our list, and let them into our lives and be transparent with what's going on in our lives. And people love that. They love seeing how much fun we're having, and they like seeing that I'm a real person and I like to have a lot of fun. There's Ron Burgundy in the background. That was a really fun night. We had a lot of fun that night. So in this presentation, I've given you great ways to leverage videos, to promote launches, to get on the first page of Google, to create products, to build relationships with JV partners, to collect over 2,000 phone numbers, to get the attention of a huge hip-hop artist, and to create even more bonding and trust with your relationship. I forgot that one. By just, you know, videoing parties, videoing you having a good time, letting people know what you're doing. It shouldn't be just about you always trying to sell stuff. to your people. You should let them into your life, because when you do, they're going to know, like, and trust you and bond with you better. So what I want you to think about is that all of this happened in less than a year. My first WSO launched in May of 2011. We really are not in March of 2012. I didn't go and change this slide. Please forgive me. We're actually in June of 2012, but I made this presentation in March of 2012. So all of this had happened in less than a year. And what you need to understand is that videos can do the same for you, and boldness is rewarded. There are no failures, only lessons. And what I also want you to understand is that if you want to know more about how to do this, on Tuesday, that's right, this Tuesday coming up, my good friend Peter Garrity, who I've known for a long time, almost over a year now, he is launching a course at 10 a.m. this Tuesday. It's called Tube Authority Blaster. And listen, I am a YouTube authority. I know what I'm doing with YouTube, and you're going to want to get Tube Authority Blaster through my link, because I'm going to have an unbelievable bonus for you. And I don't want to announce that bonus right now. Just know that I have gone through Peter's course. It's an unbelievable course. There are a couple of things that are missing, and I have created a bonus that covers those very, very important things. More importantly, you will see how you can become an authority within 30 days when you get Tube Authority Blaster through my link. My bonus is going to show you that, and I'm also going to reveal a couple of case studies. One of them is going to show you one guy that has gone from 0 to 100 million views on YouTube in a very short time, just talking about something he really enjoys. And now he's an authority in that niche. And so make sure to stay tuned in for Tuesday. Let's see what that date is. It's Tuesday the 19th. So it's Tuesday the 19th at 10 a.m. I'm going to send out my bonus information on that day. I'll probably send it out at around 5 in the morning. So look out for it. It's going to be a PDF. And I'm going to reveal to you how you can become an authority very, very quickly in your marketplace. Using Tube Authority Blaster along with my bonuses. Now, it's not just going to be, a lot of crap for you to consume and feel overwhelmed. We're actually going to go in like a surgeon and help you have success really, really quick. Okay? Now remember, boldness is rewarded. There are no failures, only lessons. Now, let's go back. I was worried about this, right? I was worried about looking like hell here. Now look at me. I'm making videos with pimp outfits on. Okay? So what happens is your comfort level, it just grows tremendously. It grows, and once you step out of your comfort zone, you'll be doing crazy stuff like this too. And this was just a picture that I took. We were at Club La Vila, which is the largest club in the USA, and this was part of a case study that I did, and I created a product out of it called Mobile Snatcher. So, this is, again, stepping out of your comfort zone, putting together a situation like this where we were down in spring break for a week. We videoed it. We had a great time. We made a product out of it. These are things that you can do. And again, the videos that I created from this helped me become an even bigger authority. Okay? Again, to reiterate, this Tuesday, 10 a.m., Tube Authority Blaster is launching. I am a YouTube authority. You are going to want to get Tube Authority from my link, because I'm going to create a very exclusive bonus package for you. And you're going to discover even more ways to use YouTube for blazing, to become a blazing fast authority in your niche. And remember, with authority comes more sales, more profits, more freedom. And an additional benefit to being the authority in your niche is that you'll have a following of rabid buyers and fans that will buy on your command. So stay tuned for Tuesday. I'm going to send it out. I'm going to send out my bonus package early in the morning on Tuesday so you can have time to review it. You're going to want to get it from me because I'm going to show you some really crazy ninja stuff. Yours for prosperity, Anthony Aries. Thanks for joining me today.